I can't even begin to list how many reasons why you shouldn't even think about looking at one, let alone going to touch one, and even, God forbid, buy one, and even more so, heaven forbid, bring it into your home. What am I referring to? A Ouija board. Those things are pure evil. And there's a reason that these things are packaged as board games for children inside of toy stores and sold online as a toy, because that's what they want you to bring into your home. They have not informed you of the power of spirit, demonic entities, minions, demons, malevolent entities, things of this nature. When you come into this world, they do not make you aware of anything metaphysical or spiritual or supernatural for a reason. For a reason. Because they don't want you to know what that has as far as power and the magnitude and intensity and severity of the force of darkness you can bring down upon yourself if you tamper with these things, because they want you to play with that stuff. Why would you think in a million years that they would put it in a toy store? I remember when I was a kid, you had all the board games, Candyland, Sorry, all that. And there it is, Ouija board. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. We never got one. I just thought it was a board game because it's packaged as a board game and it's presented as a board game and it's in the same aisle with the board games. Guarantee you, go online and look up board games and it'll be right there with the kids store, like a kid's toy store. It's that way for a reason. They want you to fiddle with this stuff and open portals. I'm going to tell you what a Ouija board is and why you should never, ever, ever, ever have anything like that in your house. Don't go near it. If your friend has one, don't even go there. It's 10 times worse than the Necronomicon, which is the Satanic Bible. That is just garbage. But what a Ouija board is an uncontrolled, unsecure portal. So in other words, if you don't have somebody with you that knows how to utilize these things properly, that has full respect of the spirit realm and full cognizance of what these things can do, it's just a bunch of kids playing with it like a board game, then you're going to wind up opening up some seriously demonic portals that can never be closed. And once they're open for the rest of your life, because these things will attach themselves to you and your family and your environment forever. That's why they're sold as board games in toy stores for kids. Ouija board is pure evil. It's like having a key to the gateway to hell, and you unlock that door and you're going to have all that malevolence just flood into your life, man. Straight out. That's why these kids, they're clueless. Not even just kids, adults. They have that thing that moves, yes or no, and they have the ones with the letters and the numbers. Are you here right now? Yes. So this, and they don't even know who they're talking to. They don't even know what they're talking to. They have no clue what they're communicating with. Absolutely none. And that's the reason why these demons do what they do, because they want you to unlock these portals and leave them open. And I'm not even close to playing. I remember I've had quite a few conversations with people that had absolutely no clue what they were. They brought them in their house and they said, let me tell you something. After we played with this, I had demonic possessions, things being thrown around my house. My family was fighting, all kinds of stuff. So the person told me they had to take it in the back and burn it. It's not a board game. It's an unprotected portal that opens up monstrous problems for you and your family. See, now, of course, it is what I refer to as the cookie jar syndrome. When you tell somebody not to do something, that's exactly what they go and do. I'm not going to be responsible for somebody tampering with that stuff. But never, never, never even contemplate going near one, let alone buying one, because it is just pure evil you are going to bring into your house, and it doesn't just go away. Absolutely not. Ouija boards are evil, no matter what anybody tells you. It has nothing to do with religion. Religion is evil. All religion is evil. Religion is just an evil corporation. It's a banking scheme is really what it is. But what I'm referring to is spirit. And these spirits, these are not kind, loving, considerate spirits. These are demonic and freaking bloodthirsty. Once they possess your soul, that's it. You're done. You're finished. And your whole family is going to wind up becoming affected by it as well. Some of these spirits have the power to push your soul out of the body and take over. There have been accounts where this has actually happened, where there was a woman on stage performing, and she remembers she was doing rehearsals. There was no audience yet. They hadn't arrived. But she was on stage performing and rehearsing. And they were, in the theater that she was rehearsing was haunted. And these were very malevolent entities. So she remembers that one of them actually pushed her soul out of the body that she was in. And she says she remembers sitting on the ground looking up at her body being under control by something else. And that's exactly what they can do. They can possess your soul or they can push it out of the body. There's so many things that can go on in the universe that I can't even begin to explain through this channel. You just can't wrap your head around it because you have been conditioned and trained to believe what they told you is the truth. You know, about, oh, this is life. Here's a door. Here's a car. Make money. Go to your job. Here's food. Press the button on your phone. You know, this happens. That's all you know is life. That's not life at all. That's an existence. That's inside the illusionary chamber that they control. That has nothing to do with the reality of God. That's just a magic show. It's a puppet show. I call it the 3D optical illusionary puppet show. That's basically what it is. You're just looking at, optical paradigm. That's really what that stuff is. But never even consider buying one online, going to your friend's house that has one. Even if somebody suggests that you get one, or yeah, let's just spend a night, hang out, and play with the Ouija board. Don't go. Do not go. Do not go. It'll be the biggest mistake of your life. Trust me. I remember I spoke with one kid one time. He thought his friends were like, yeah, let's just hang out, like it was no big deal. And he said it. He said they were playing with stuff. The room got cold, evil, things were getting thrown around. Then all of a sudden, everything just went dark and malevolent. And it hasn't been the same since. As a matter of fact, I think his little sister got possessed. And that was that way for a long time. They started to see dark shapes moving around, things hovering above them, movement in the rooms, getting the sense that they were being watched and touched, objects being thrown, cabinets being opened, cups being thrown, knives and forks getting tossed across the room. That's just the beginning. That's just the tip of the iceberg. All they want to do is torture and torment you. That's what they get that energy off of. I've said it before in previous videos. Evil induces the very fears from which it feeds because the darkness has no power. They don't want to make you happy and make you secure and kind and love you. They want the opposite because that's what they feed off of. That's exactly what this matrix does. They show you negative imagery, negative projection, knowing that you're going to assimilate that. You're going to absorb it. You're going to propagate it. You're going to project it. And that's what you're going to get back. But they're harnessing that energy. The energy that you project from their initial implant is what they're harnessing. They harness the energies from the collective that they generate with all of the negativity that they put inside you. It isn't just, oh, let's just make a violent population and let them kill each other. It goes way, way, way beyond that. Because don't forget, they have demonic covens in the woods where they decide the fate of the world. That's exactly what they do. Underground tunnels, underground water complexes, under the ocean. It just goes on and on. I don't even want to get into it anymore. But just back to the Ouija board. Stay away from it. Don't go near it. Don't use it. Don't ever play with it. Don't even contemplate buying it. Leave it alone. It's pure evil. It's like an unprotected portal. Even if you had a spiritual expert, even though there aren't any, somebody who's, a spiritualist, they would recommend you stay away from it because it was specifically put on the toy shelves for that reason, for kids to play with it. Because, look, it's a board game. Oh, let's have some fun tonight. We'll sit down and we'll play with the Ouija board. Ain't nothing fun about hell, honey. Nothing. Because when that gate's open, it ain't going to close. Don't matter what you think. Don't matter what you believe. Don't matter, oh, that's all garbage. Well, it's the truth. It is the absolute truth. That stuff is pure evil from beginning to end. I don't give advice, but in this instance, I say stay away from it. Don't buy it. Don't look at it. Don't play with it. If somebody has one, just choose not to go over to the house that night. Because that'll be the worst mistake you ever made in your life. Because that stuff doesn't just go away. It attaches itself to you and it follows you around for the rest of your life. I can give you quite a few examples. There's a very famous rock star. His last name is Manson. And he played with the Necronomicon when he was 15. And look where he is right now. In his life, he said it. Those things are just pure evil. A Ouija board, Necronomicon, they're all in the same wheelhouse. They're all evil. So don't be playing with stuff that you shouldn't be playing with, because these things are unforgiving. Because the spirit is not a joke. Just like God is not a joke. Spirit is not a joke. Because when you say demonic and evil, you're saying God. Because this is all source. I've said this in my previous videos. There's no separation between evil and light and God. And it's all one. Everything is one. You're one, I'm one. We're all a part of the same one energy. Frequency, vibration is different, but the energy is the same. It's an infinite ocean of energy. And everything is source. And source is everything. So there are positive things and light and love and peace and all that good stuff in heaven. And then there's the other stuff that's been around just as long, that if you don't have respect for it, it's not going to have any mercy for you. Trust me. Please do yourself a favor and don't find out the hard way.